Upon Milo and the expedition discovering Atlantis, they are approached by Kida, the princess of Atlantis, who leads them to have an audience with the king, an elderly man resting at the foot of a collapsed statue with water running down its face, pooling on the floor in front of him. Over 8,800 years ago, a great cataclysm in the form of a tsunami descended on Atlantis as a result of their war machines. In response, the heart of Atlantis activated its defense mechanisms, forming a shield to prevent the water from swallowing the city whole. To do so, it used the queen as a conduit to use its power to preserve not only itself, but parts of the city and the people within the shield at the time. This, though, leads to the death of the queen. In the thousands of years since, the Atlanteans remained an isolated people. Kida often killed any who got close without hesitation, preserving their way of life from outside influences and atoning for their ambitions in conquest. However, this isolationist mentality led to the slow erosion of their culture, their structures collapsing and their language fading from memory, an aspect of time that is inevitable regardless of how long they will live. Reaching a point of no return, Kida, against the wishes of the king, brings Milo and the expedition into the city, hoping he would be able to help her rediscover the knowledge leading her people into thriving once more. Within the king's hall, there is a collapsed statue with water flowing over the cheeks of the head feeding the pool in front of him. Kida advocates for Milo and the others to remain and help the Atlanteans, though the king is adamant they are not welcome, wanting to protect their culture from outside forces who would take the heart of Atlantis and bring an end to their people, a fear brought to reality by Rourke and his mercenaries. The statue and the water could be looked as an external reflection of the king's sorrow and regret pouring out of him, the consequences of his desire for conquest, using their source of life as a weapon, which in turn led to the destruction of the city, the death of countless Atlanteans as a result of the flood, and the steady decay of not only the city underground, but also their culture, language, and very identity. Alternatively, due to the reverence shown to their history, this could be a reflection of the past kings of Atlantis, weeping for the state their once great civilization has been reduced to. The will of the kings of the past and the peoples they led being relevant due to the fact the heart of Atlantis itself is the beating heart of the civilization, housing the memories of the past, the spirit of their people, and being the source of the Atlanteans' long life. When the world building is given attention and the characters behave in a manner consistent with their environment and their history, imagery within the film can be given incredible meaning, enriching the yarn that much more as a result. Is any of this what was intended by the filmmakers? Probably not, but it's neat to think about.